train most commonly to
Not for
defend
real.
with
It's been so long. Our stable
ecosystem.
creature
I believe
here.
that's the correct word. Underwater.
Trying to just pop in because I know the game is about to start in about
Really,
10 minutes.
oh,
So I want to hurry up and get this off my chest because I will be making a video right after the game or in between the game or whatever because I've been backed up in so much and I wanted to say why, because I also love to hate Mitch Renz. Mitchell Renz. I want to make this video about him because I watch a lot of his videos, content. I can't stand that he is with the dumb shit. I've been on, when I go to his page, I go ahead and I, give him questions or whatever because I'm always listening to his, how he think and how he look at the Raider side and all of what's going on the inside because he's closer than I am, I would say. But it's just like everybody that's in there. I ain't gonna say hate. I can't stand a person that really don't be real with it. I had got on his live one time and because I'm embedded to the Raiders. So I've been on his live before and I asked him about Peterman and Glennon. I specifically say Peterman he don't have what we need. He don't come out the box. He don't try enough. And that last game that he was in and he drop. It should never be a time like that. This is not practice. This is not that time to get whatever you thought you was gonna do out on the field. Because one time that already be like, okay, snap it up. He did it more than one time in that game. That shouldn't even be looked at like, yeah, he should still be there. The reason why I'm doing this video this morning because I tried to get up and I watched Renz before before the game starts. So, but I had to go to church, so I had to cut it off. I was not going to entertain that, giving the glory to God. So I figured since go ahead, praise the Lord, come back, and I'm gonna be on his because he is one person that does not make sense. We both, or when I asked you when they was in preseason, how do you feel about Glendon over Peterman? He said, "Oh, Peterman is way safer. He think about this. But we don't need that on the field. We don't need somebody. If you scared to throw the ball just like he was, and he was fumbling every time he got the ball, it's like we don't need that. Peterman made sure that ball was in and out my hands, in, whoop, and he showed better skills on the field. He showed better skills with the team. And that's another thing I look at too, as far as like first, second, and third string. As we watch the preseason, we see how good that they came together, whether that was the second and the third string. But I see that the first string I ain't gonna say don't kick out as much, but it is very hard when you see Washington get us so far, and then when it comes to the season, that he can only play like the last 2 minutes of the game or the last this. It's like the same way you open doors for Jacob, you're supposed to open doors for every person on that goddamn team. Utilize the whole goddamn team. And I'm not talking about utilizing the team like how you had number 11 do a return. Number 11 did a whole lot of stuff before y'all fired him. Like, that was a person that I felt like was placed in there at that time, and then he fucked up, and now he can say, oh, I fired him, or I did what I had to do. But you know his skills before he stepped out on the field. So it's all your fault. And the same thing I look at Mitch Renz. Mitchell, you got to be out your mind. I'm the same person, unstable creature. Boop, you said you like the name, all of that. I'm that same one, and I asked you about Glennon. Glennon don't produce nothing that we need. His whole stance on the game, when he get in the game, he not doing what he do. He not doing what he need. Peterman showed us from the time he was on the field, from the time in practice. I don't get how we see these type of people on our team. We see them kicking up dust. We see them trying to make what we need happen. And then we got a person like you in front of the camera talking about, oh, Glennon. But we all can see with our own two eyes what Glennon did and what Peterman did. The same thing I be saying about Carr. It's certain ways that he will play the game that's like an untrained eye could look like, oh, that's just what it is. But if you know a man's skills, when you know a man is pulling back, you know a man is holding back, you know a man is doing all that, you can see that on the goddamn field. So that's what I don't understand with Mitch. How, like, I'm so tired of people that rides dick. And even though if we all had an opportunity to be in that stance or to be able to broadcast or say what we can't say about the Raiders coming up underneath the Raiders. That's what it is. But I wouldn't. I know for sure and for fact. If I was that person, you can't pay me. Just like a motherfucker ain't paying me now. You can't pay me to kiss nobody's ass. And that's just what it is. The money ain't nothing. The money ain't worth it because it only keeps you kissing somebody's ass. And that's why I look at Ritz from the time, every time, oh, well, I talk to Carr and I talk to, well, that just lets me know your own personal thoughts is already getting caught up in your own personal interaction with him. That means you couldn't even set aside a difference on his skills and him being your friend or him talking to you. No, a lot of people talk to me, but I ain't finna put you on the field and have you run my game or run this and do it how you feel the need. And I say that you ain't even got the skills to possess what the fuck we need or what we have. Yes, we can stay cool. Yeah, we can, you know what I mean? But we just have to respect each other in that field. Because I look at you like you ain't, like, even though they will fly you to these games, even though you do all of that stuff, I'm looking at like, you should not be going with Glennon. You should not be looking at Glennon like he's the one to take us to the next level. And then say that he's safe. You see how safe was, right? You see how safe he was on the last games that he played. You see how safe he was to where he couldn't even get us nothing. I don't want your safe. Give me Peterman's safe, if that's the case. And I just had to turn that video off because he's like, no, I don't want Glennon. But I look at you now like, you want Glennon, but Glennon don't possess nothing other than a freeze up. And I think that's what you may think as playing safe. He don't maneuver his eyes, and I know this for a fact because I'm looking at him. He don't do none of this. He's straight. He's straight. And you cannot tell me that that's what the hell you need if he can't even rotate his eyes and maneuver and make sure that all around is good. I watched this in the preseason. I watched this every time y'all put him out, every time y'all want to even have his face seen. I got to look at him and how much skills that he don't possess for the team. You don't allow nobody. That's just like when we first got Derek Carr. The reason why I stayed in, or the reason why I talked about John Gruden so much, because these certain people he know. If you out here, it looked like you allowing them to get more practice on the field. That's like number 11 before he was fired. Now you look like you just letting him get out there and do whatever the fuck you want or pray or whatever the case may be. And we don't have that type of time. We don't have that. Now we already, when we had a good start, and believe it or not, go back on all his videos. I have the Raiders either 16-0 or 12-4. And I just was like, I'm mind blown because we lost against a lot of fucking teams that don't hold no weight. I don't care. The stats may put it a certain way, but when you look at our skills, it's just like I was just having a little tit for tat with my baby daddy, my kid's father, because he looking like, oh, our defense is whack. I'm looking like our defense is not fucking whack. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I done watched our defense playing time in the red zone and this doing that. They literally shut shit down. And Whitehead, like I watched you talk your stuff, and I was really happy, as a leader of, the defensive end. It looked like I want to see more from all y'all, but I do love the defense. I love the defense. I feel like we get out there and we do what we be set to do half the time. Like I don't go against, I don't fault our defense for a lot of shit that we go through and a lot of shit that we do. Now, we have done some fuckery on the defense. We have done shit like that. But as far as like our skills, and if you set anything else aside and it was just our skills, I'm all for our defense. Off the line with it. But anyways, what I'm gonna say, I freaking love the defense. But I really did make this video because I got up this morning, tried to watch his video, but then he just said some stuff like he was just so into Glennon, and then I watched previous videos to where like I was supposed to do. I'm so behind because I was supposed to be months. I'm so backed up with content because I didn't make any videos, and then I hold so much like every time I see like all this other stuff and the games, me and not making the videos right after the game or right before the games. A lot of content, everything just be bubbled up and inside of me because it ain't too many women I could talk to about, the sports. And then even if it is, it ain't too many women that I could talk to specifically about Raiders. It ain't too many men I could talk to specifically about Raiders as far as like skills on the inside of what I think was going on versus them just hating on our stats, period. We don't even have to have shit. Just, oh, you were ready for it, fuck you.
I'm my own man.
I don't care about motherfuckers like that. But I'm off the line with it. No, for I love it. I love the defense. Like, And what I was about to say.
Family speaks for itself.
I'm just so. Okay, I don't even really have to go in too much because it's a love hate. You don't have to know about it. It's just how I feel about people. You know, I have a love hate relationship with Mitch Renz because when I go on his live, I love that I can get on there, type a question, my name is seen, and my question is read. That's the love. Now the hate is when I have to listen to him talk about certain things when that's just like somebody be like, okay, what's your sports stance on this type of shit? Like even though I'm not a man and I haven't played football, like I be wanting to know his background. Like how you look at this? How you look at skills? How you pick up your people? Like what is it that you be looking for on the field or to put out on the field for you to actually, have a winning team or to have that team that even if they don't win, all the skills on there will possess all that we fucking need. Glennon ain't got shit that we need. And I'm gonna tell you that. Other than nope. I was about to say other than the redneck and some other shit, but we don't even need that. Okay, we coming straight from Oakland and going to a place worse. And that's fucking Vegas, and I don't care what nobody say. Lives are taken out in Vegas, okay? And every nigga that used to live everywhere else live in Vegas right now. So, now, with that being said, this shit is weird. Like, life is crazy, but... What's his name? I just...
My nigga, what you didn't realize, nigga?
Spider Low be going the hell off. But, yeah, Mitch, I had to make this video, and I'm just blown away because I love the hate. I love the hate you. I would say that, but not in a real bad way. I just don't like that type of stuff. Like, don't tell me that now you seeming soft on certain people because y'all cool, and even though you want to take up, right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? That's just like you watch his press conference. You watch Derek Carr press conference, and he act like, oh, ain't it ain't he takes the blame. But what I see is you can't put the blame on nobody else. The throws that you are throwing, you either coming up short or you throwing interceptions. I'm so fucking tired of that shit. That right there, it's just a cold game. Like when you know what everybody possesses, it's just like I don't give two shit turds about Carr. But as he stick around, you can't help but to notice and realize the skills that come together and how they work with each other. So that's something that I also look at. But at the same time, I don't like it that they don't stretch and utilize everybody. Don't tell me or don't show me that all preseason we using third, second stream and they getting you where you need to get, and then we got all the first streams that look like that they ain't even kicking out half of the shit. Only problem that I have with the whole Washington and Jacob could be a first stream. What I didn't like is when Jacob was hurt in like the first third, it was something like that, but it was in the beginning of the season. He got hurt. He was only out for like maybe a minute. By the time Washington came so close to making a touchdown, and then when he made a touchdown, he heard that and he rushed out of the fucking room like, oh, you ain't getting no more on my time. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Share the fucking field. And y'all skills, once they get to looking at you and catching up to what you do and how you cut and turn, switch to somebody else. Like, rotate our people like we rotating the fucking field. I just don't get how we can stay in this one little box. And we have so many people with so many skills and we only utilizing this one. And then on top of that, Washington's supposed to be coming out a little bit more, and now he not. So you mean to tell me you take Jacob out and Washington still don't come out as much? You mean to tell me you take out all these other people and then the people that's right behind them don't come out as much? Like, that shit is mind-blowing. That's just like taking Richard off of the return and putting number 11 after he done already dropped every pass or got fucked up in every pass or didn't play the play right. And that's how I was saying, like, this is a fucking setup. You take Richard. I can't stand saying his name like that. We take Richard off the fucking for returning the ball, and you put 11 in. That lets me know, like, why would you do that? Out of other people on the field, he just was on the field and fucking up on the field. Why would you put him on? And then you wait all the way until that game and then act like, oh, okay, he fired. I don't give a fuck. I look at it like where he came from. That's what I look at it like. To me, you like putting niggas on a jersey, and then the moment it's a new player, oh, we done do so many switchings and doing this and shit. That's why that shit shouldn't be allowed in the middle of the season. I don't care who's in, who's out, who's going, whatever, because it's too much. It's too much moving around. And then, like me, I'm always looking for the fuckery. So I feel like they trying to get more clever with it because more people are paying attention to the games because they know how the lead is fucking over. Period. But hey, they be thinking people just don't know. That's just like Carr can sit up in front of us and be doing a press conference and be like, you know, it's just like, don't know. I don't like looking at your dead weight. And then on top of that, it's like we got to watch a press conference where nobody is really giving a fuck, because I get the same attitude when you come out on the next game. I get really happy because he really be having to make up for a lot of shit. Now, I don't know if you going with the flow of shit, but when I see you and you come out and you try to make first downs and shit like that pushes me further with you and get behind you. That's what I feel like, you know what I mean? You as a person, you looking at it like, shit, this is us, we finna move it and we finna move it together. I don't like it that y'all run the shit out of everybody. I don't like it that I haven't been able to see my Abram, and even though he's out in the injury, I would have loved to actually really watch him just really get down on the field. Like that's what I said. That's what I said from the beginning of the season. Same thing with Washington. Like these are the people that you can look out for. Peterman over Glennon. Why? Because they're so much better. You look at it on the skill, you see what Glennon was doing, or you see what Peterman was doing when he was out there. You was like, okay, he watching, he paying attention, he making sure that, okay, even if, just like Carr throw more fucking interceptions than anything else. You got more interceptions than, because he played the game more, but at the same time, it's like now you got more than him. Shit, Glennon about to catch up to you. So now what? Why not try Peterman? Y'all fucking acting like ass. Y'all have so many people on the roster, and y'all can't even fucking rotate. Half of them not injured, and then the ones that's not injured, y'all still throwing in a fake person to go before that person. That's like, you hurting the fucking league. You hurting the fucking team. Like, really rotate your shit. And I was going to say this for another video, but I might as well just get it on out. No, I don't. Oh, I got to end this video. The game on. My bad. I just molded to my... Okay. I'll catch you later.